Hello friends, welcome to Srivali's kitchen. Now I'm going to show how to prepare Sakhannam or vegetable rice. Sakha is vegetables and Annam is rice. Vegetable rice, this vegetable rice is what we offer as Prasad to Goddess Durga during the Navratri season. That means it has no store-bought spice powders or no onion and no garlic. We use only vegetables, ginger, spices which we are going to roast at home and make a powder. There are 2-3 versions of this, but the basic constraints being no onion, no garlic and no store-bought spice powders. Alright, so first I have here the vegetables I have at home. You can add other veggies like cauliflower, eggplant, your choice. I have potato, carrot, beans, some cabbage, green chilies, ginger. Then for the spice powder I have chana dal, that is a yellow dal, urad dal, cumin seeds, coriander seeds, some small pieces of dried coconut, cloves and cinnamon stick. I've just broken it into pieces. I'm going to dry roast these and then I'm going to make these into a fine powder. But first I'm going to start with the tempering for the rice. I'm adding mustard seeds and cumin seeds. The oil is already hot. To this I'm going to add a small piece of star anise and cashews. Once these start to turn golden color, I'm going to add the green chilies and the vegetables. I'm just going to crush the ginger and add it later on. The easier way here would be to add already cooked rice to sauteed vegetables. Now I'm going to add in all the vegetables. The carrots, the potatoes, the beans, and cabbage. Mix it up. If you want this to cook faster, just add half a cup of water and cover with a lid. I have already cooked rice here, which I'm just letting it cool so that it's going to separate easily. And once the vegetables are cooked, I'm going to add this rice to that, saute for 5 minutes and then it will be done. Of course, I'm going to add some salt and turmeric powder and the spice powder we prepare at home. Right, now I've just covered it with a lid. Take a heavy bottomed pan or preferably a pressure pan like this so that the rice or even the veggies don't burn. Now we are going to dry roast the spices. Right. First I'm going to add the chana dal. And the urad dal together, because these two usually take equal time to change color. I'm just gonna start roasting these. I mean, if you don't want to make it into a powder, you can roast these in oil or ghee, but I prefer to dry roast these. What we can do is, once we add some rice to the cooked veggies, just drizzle in 1 or 2 spoons of melted ghee and that will add to the flavor. Or you can just add some butter as well. It's your choice. Just gonna toss it. Once this starts to change color, it hasn't come to changing the color yet, but Once it starts, we are going to add the dried coconut pieces. We're going to add the cumin seeds at the last because cumin seeds burn very easily and we don't want that burnt flavor. We're going to try and add those at last. We're just roasting these because they're going to get crispy and they're going to become a powder easily. Right? Okay, now we can add the cloves and cinnamon stick. Don't worry, the heat, all the steam is from the stove, not from the spices. Just make sure the spices don't burn. Right, now we can add the coriander seeds. The spices are starting to change color, so we're just going to add the coriander seeds. Toss it around. Keep the heat on simmer because these are going to burn easily. Right. You can see the smoke coming out of it. Now we are going to add the cumin seeds. Once these, you can see that even the coriander seeds are starting to change color. So now it is the time to add the cumin seeds. Toss it for about half a minute and then we are going to turn off the heat. Let it cool and grind it into a powder. Grind it as much as you can to get the fine powder, but if the quantity is less, we will not get it into a nice powder. See, it's starting to crackle, which means we're going to turn off the heat now. Let it sit on the hot stove for half a minute and then we are going to let it cool. Meanwhile, the veggies are going to get cooked and I'm just going to crush the ginger and add it to the veggies. Okay, I'm going to crush this. The veggies are now soft, so now I'm going to add salt, turmeric powder. See, that's about 2 tablespoons of salt and turmeric powder. You can add a bit more for that nice color. This is the powder we've got after grinding the roasted stuff. So you can add it all to this. Since we are not adding anything, you can add the entire powder to it. Now I'm going to add the crushed ginger. Mix it up and you can see there's some water still remaining here. So we're going to let this water almost evaporate. Not completely, but almost evaporate. Say about 80% of this evaporate. And then we're going to add the rice to it and let it cook or saute it just for about 5 minutes so that the remaining water is also evaporated and the rice soaks up all these flavors. We're going to top it with chopped coriander leaves and then done. Let it sit for about 15 minutes, maybe 10-15 minutes so that it's nice and set, and then you can serve it with raita. And if you're preparing this during the Dussera Navratri, because this is a Prasad, serve it with onion-free raita or bundi raita. That would be great. I think this would taste real good with bundi raita or carrot raita. Okay, we're just going to let this cook. You don't have to close the lid on, leave it open so that this water evaporates. And also let this cook. Okay, the spices stick to the veggies. Another 1 minute maybe we can add the rice. Okay, you can see that I've added a little more water to this instead of letting it evaporate. That is because since we've added the powder of chana dal and urad dal, it's starting to become a paste. And I want this paste to nicely be infused into the cooked rice. So now we're going to add the cooked rice little by little and mix it up. You can use basmati rice also. I am using normal Sona Masuri. I'm gonna start mixing it up. Keep the heat on simmer once you add the spice powder because it tends to stick to the bottom of the pan. Right. And you can just squeeze half a lemon at the last just to give it that nice hit. Just gonna mix it properly so that we don't have any rice lumps in it. Top with coriander. First squeeze the lemon, mix it again and top it. You can see that the rice is soaking up all the liquid. You can see the bottom is like empty. Right. Mix it up. Totally pull it over. Keep the heat on simmer. Let it cook for 2 to 3 minutes, a maximum of 5 minutes. Squeeze the lemon juice. Mix it again. Top with coriander leaves. Cover with lid and let it sit for 5 to 10 minutes or maybe 15 minutes, and then you can serve it. Those 10 to 15 minutes is going to set the rice, and all the flavors are going to be nice and proper. Okay, so now we're going to let this cook for 2 or 3 minutes, and then we're going to squeeze the lemon. Alright, 3 minutes I've let it cook, and now I'm going to add the lemon juice. I've already added 3 spoons of ghee to it. You can add just a cube of Amul butter also. That will also work good. It will just give a nice shine and flavor. I'm going to just add the coriander leaves. I've just roughly chopped these. Mix it all up. And once you feel that it is starting to stick to the bottom of the pan, turn off the heat. Yes, you will know the difference. We're going to turn off the heat and let it sit, and then we're going to serve it. Right, so I've let it sit for about 10 minutes, taken it into a serving bowl, topped it with a small leaf of coriander. So we have Sakhannam or vegetable rice ready to serve. Thank you for watching. If you like my videos, subscribe to Srivalli's Kitchen. Have a nice day.